And hello and welcome yet again to the Fabbl preview. And this time we are going to be doing Bloodweiser Division 1. These are the coaches dreaming of the big league and trying to get one of those two spots to get to the Premier League and the Holy Grail. And I'm glad to say I've got one of the experts of Fabbl with me tonight, Gary Walters, aka Wraithlord. Now then, Gary, thanks for coming along.
Hello.
Yeah,
No worries, mate.
I'm
Anytime.
so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here because, like I say, I mean, fully enough, I know a few of these coaches, but the ones I don't know, you'll obviously be able to let me know about them.
I'm familiar with most of them. I apologise in advance to the ones I don't know, but I'm sure I've seen your name. Just I don't know the real name to gamer tags yet for some of you.
Yeah, it's I'm just trying to put this link in as I do, and it's not having it. The wonders of the technology. I am a technology dinosaur.
Welcome to technology, as we discovered with my phone when it went. Oh, you have 3 messages from 15 minutes ago.
Why is he saying login? I don't know. People should know what my thing is anyway.
I don't know. Well, I'll just waffle shite while you talk about that. So this is, as you said, this is the one step down from the big league, and then we've got some big teams. We've got a couple of teams, 3 teams, in fact, over the 2,000 mark. One almost there.
Yeah.
You've got a prior CCL finalist.
Oh, which one's that one?
We've got it all in this division. Jeff Norman, he lost to Michael Clinch
in
the finals. Yeah.
Not bad.
That was 2-3 seasons ago now, I think, when we had an all-Fabbl final.
Fantastic. I'll be with you in a minute. Typical, the wonders of technology, just not having it. Let's have a look at the first team.
I need some elevator music or something. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So this is Christopher. Oh, I've just lost connection. Give me a second.
The fictionists, Laser Smooth.
Laser Smooth, which is Christopher Lee.
Well, I'll tell you what, I like the gamer tag. It really is very, very nice. That already makes me like.
He already gets bonus points.
Yeah, absolutely gets bonus points.
Do we give style points in the Premier League? I didn't realise we did, but okay, we'll go with it.
Do you want to give us a rundown of this team?
Let's have a look. Details. A human team. I like the fact that he's got a human team. This makes, and look at that. He's down 300 TV as well. So this is a 2,500 human team almost. Wow. So he's got some serious players, this lad, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I think humans are one of those things what are actually very, very good. If you get, especially if you get a few little like agility boosts,
especially
on,
when
like,
you've got strength 4, agility 4 blitzers. Jeez.
Yeah, that always helps, doesn't it? Always helps. I mean, this team's been through the mire. I mean, I thought my Case Dwarf team in the Sea Ladder was pretty beat up, but this team, I presume it's been going on for quite
pretty much
a while.
Every player's got a niggle of some description, or a niggle or a stat decrease.
63 games this team's played. If I've got my maths right.
Yep. Well, he's been in the Premiership since. Not the Premiership, but the Premier League in general since pretty much the beginning. I think this team.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, you think about it. That's 7 games a season, and he's played a total of 73 games. So he's played 10 seasons and finals, or something. So he's played every season, yeah.
So do you think he's one of these guys who will probably not delete this team or retire this team until he's won the thing? Because it seems.
Well, see, I tried this, but it didn't work for me. My team got to this point where it was just like I just needed to reset because you were giving away so many extra injuries because of niggles and things like that, and -1 armors, and at some point you just got to do it. And this team for me would be getting pretty close, but. As I said, it needs starting all over again, and that's a lot more divisions than it used to be.
Yeah, I mean, and that's it, isn't it? I mean, when you start getting niggle injuries and all that sort of stuff, all of a sudden your TV value feels a lot bloated because obviously they can't take the beating as much as you would like them to.
See, that's an interesting choice. Have a look at his ogre. He's gone pro before block.
Yeah, well, maybe
that's an interesting call.
It is.
Maybe
It
he
is.
suffers a lot of boneheads, this lad.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, it is a funny one, isn't it? Because I mean, I've just played a game on the PS4, and my bloody troll, he went stupid about 4 or 5 times in the first half. So I can totally get why people think why they go pro, because a lot of the time these big guys are there just to just stand still most of the time. And obviously you can get maneuverability to get 3 dice if you position well as well. Would I have took pro? Probably not. I would have probably gone block. The only time I think I would have took pro before block on a big guy is with a Beast of Nurgle. Because I think it's very important that they don't bloody lose their tackle zones. But yes, it's an interesting call. I wouldn't say don't.
But he's got. I mean, this team. As you said, pretty much everyone's got an injury. But you look at some of the players. I mean, he's got that 91 SPP catcher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dauntless sidestep diving catch.
Yeah. I mean, do you think
+1 movement? Oh, he's got +1 and -1 movement though. How unfortunate.
The thing about
that's unlucky.
The thing about Homer as well, though, is another reason why he might have gone pro is because the skill before he took Juggernaut. So if he blitzes with his ogre, block isn't such a big deal, isn't it? So that may be the other reason.
Yeah, but that means you're using your blitz with your ogre a lot. Yeah, I don't know.
He's a big guy.
I can see why, I suppose. But see, I mean, I would have taken guard first, hands down. I would have taken guard first on a human team anyway. So I totally disagree with the way he's gone about skilling this player, but I can see what he's doing with it, though. Just because it's not what I would have done, I can understand his logic. But
and the thing is as well, it depends. You don't know when these guys level because, humans don't have much beef until they're fully developed. And he's thought, you know what, I'm going to be trying to get my attrition on with my ogre. I've got to make him as reliable as possible.
Humans are a team that benefit from a lot of skills.
So,
you're right.
That could be the other reason why he's done it. But I mean, like I said, it's just a shame. I mean,
he's got
smashed up, are they? Smashed up big time.
I love that guy that he's missing though, Joyce, the one right down the bottom. Yeah. Strength 4, frenzy, and tackle. Yeah, that's how you build a.
It's a good player.
He's the blitzer who's not a blitzer.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate with agility because that means that, people can mark him up and almost take him out of the game.
Yeah,
with him not having, and the thing is, with him not having mighty blow, it's a lot safer to tag him. But I suppose he gets a free hit.
But still.
But
he's going to get 2 free hits potentially.
Yeah, it depends where he is. I mean, it depends how good his position is. I mean, I'm thinking here, he's got strength 4 frenzy. If I tag him with something, try and make him frenzy to not just a frenzy trap, but into the sideline, so we can give him a good beating.
Here's one for you.
Yep.
Would you have taken the strength on Shakespeare?
Shakespeare, number 1. Oof.
Superstitions aside, I know, we all have this don't turn down a strength or enough or we'll kill you superstition going on, but skill-wise, would you have taken the +1 strength on your thrower?
Yeah, I think I would. I wouldn't have took Hail Mary. I would have took block before Hail Mary.
I would have took
I would have block. Because he's just making it more safer. It makes again though. It just depends what your game plan is. If your game plan is to throw the ball about like elves, then strength may not be the best thing. But with the money, I would look at that. Oh, you know what? If I get an agility level up, then I've got like a vampire thrower, and then obviously I am a big fan of this. Oh, well, if I don't take it, enough will thing of me because he kills my players regardless. So I just look at what benefits, and I remember taking a strength up on my first skill on an orc thrower, and I was like, oh god, he's so slow. But then I thought, you know what, he's more of a battering ram than a passer. That's just the second.
Yeah, see, an orc thrower is more of a he's more of a linebacker.
Yeah,
in American football parlance than an actual quarterback.
Yeah, but there's only one movement difference. 5, 6 now. Them are very quick. Accurate would help, but it is hard to take it down. I think strength. It's so good as well because
it was just an interesting one.
Yeah, because if you go against,
it's one of those ones that will divide opinion.
Yeah, the main reason I like strength on the thrower is when you go up against the things like war dance and stuff who can leap into your cage, do all the Nancy fancy stuff. But if you're strength 4, then
it doesn't matter.
A lot of the time it's
leap
a red die.
And take that 2 dice against block. Yeah.
And he's got blodge and he's got sure hands. Good luck trying to get that through. And even if it's a strength 4 war dancer and we see them about, it's only 1 dice, and if he's got his guard in the right place, And that to me hasn't got. I've just realised it.
Well, he's only got one guard. Yeah, he's only got the one guard. That's the interesting bit about this team.
Yeah, that's
see, this is really going to suffer against lizards or orcs,
it sort of
especially if they're similar team value.
I think it sort of explains to me why his team's smashed up as much if he's been going against the physical teams. Guard is a must on certain teams.
And when you look at the rest of this league, he'll be going against some physical teams.
I mean, this team would be good against elves, Skaven, stuff like that. But on the computers, they seem to be a lot of bash-heavy teams. So, like I said, this will do well against the quicker teams because obviously he's got the strip balls, he's got the tackle, the mighty blow hair more.
He's got quite a bit of tackle. Yeah. He's got.
But he's severely lacking.
I mean, he does have a bit of dauntless, but
what helps, and that's the route he's gone.
It helps, but it's not. He's gone through. The dauntless doesn't help you on defense when you're getting hit. That's the problem. Yeah. Whereas the guard does. Although he can't take guard as a standard skill on a lot of them.
And as we saw in the Premier Division as well, we saw how physical the Premier Division is, and I can see why this team would get minced in there because there's not really any guard. I mean, you need guard.
Well, if you look, the one season he did actually play in the Premier Division, he went 1-3-3.
Yeah, it would be tough. It would be tough with a team like this.
It would be tough to play with. I don't know how many of his injuries came out of that season, but
and the thing is as well, his TV value is very high as well, 2070. That's extremely high. He's got 3 guards with armor 7.
When you look at the players he's got out as well.
There's that as well. Yeah, crikey, 140 for that one. Oh my, 300. Oh,
he's got 300 TV. Yeah, that's it. I wasn't kidding, but I said it was almost a 2,500 team.
Most of these kill teams are getting inducements against him. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I
think this is the high. Well, I don't know how many other teams are missing players, but so far it's I think it's going to be the highest one in the league.
Yeah, me personally, the TV's too high, and like I said,
the Woodies aren't missing any players.
Yeah, oh god, man, that is, and like you said, a lot of these are just battered. I mean, armor 7s, stat downs all over the place, and you'd expect that with a long career they've had.
Yeah, that's
especially when it comes against a big, strong
there's
team.
anything you can do about it. But.
No, but he's got some nice pieces. He's just.
Yeah, he's got some very nice players.
The guard's a major concern in my opinion, and the TV value is way out of control. I mean, I'm not one of those who really clamp down on TV. I am one of those guys who like to get value for my money.
But at this end of the league, man, 2,000 is not unusual. My lizard men were 2,200 before, but I lost like 3 Saurus in a season.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's what I've got to get used to, but I just look at 2,300 when I'm fully fit, and it's like, he's got some really nice pieces, but I'm just thinking, God, you run into some of these teams what I've seen already, and you're giving inducements away. I mean, that should never happen with humans. I mean, humans are usually quite good value for TV-wise. But like I say, he's got a couple of strength ups, hasn't he? I mean, he's got, 2 strength up, 2 agility, 3 strength 4 ups, 2 agility ups, so you can see why his TV's a lot higher. And like I say, it's a skillful team, and it's a very nice team. But I think for the team value and the way the shape they're in, unfortunately, I won't know until we see the rest of the teams how they'll match up here. But I think what I've seen in the Premier Division, this team would struggle in there because they just get bullied, and they don't have loads of, and they're not elves as well, so they can't disengage very easily either. But yeah, I'm glad he's stuck with them though, and I wish him all the best because we need teams like this.
It's a hard decision. Like it is a really hard decision to let a team like this go, because like as I said, I tried to persevere with my team, but probably a good season or 2 longer than I probably should have.
Yeah.
In hindsight, so I know what he's doing.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's.
I think this team's getting pretty close to the point where it does need to be retired and started again.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have to retire it. He's just got to cut a few pieces out,
or cut some TV and get exactly,
and start bringing in fresh players while he can, because he's still got the quality. So just bring a few fresh players, and who might be even better than the ones he's got. You just never know, but we'll see.
Or maybe try and pick up a few players in the off season.
Yeah, and that's.
I love how we can actually say that in this league. It's brilliant.
It is good. Right, let's get on to the next one. Manchester Unity, Sneaky Bacon. Yeah. Another great game attack.
This is Jason Cunningham.
Yep, and Davey B. Oh, look at all these.
Look at all the AG5. Look at it all.
I can safely say that tree man would have been fired. That's the first thing I've looked at straight away. That's gone. That would be fighted. I don't care.
Movement 1 tree man. Oh
Yeah.
god.
I've just dropped my controller. That would be sacked. I don't care if it was.
I imagine that was like -1 movement or a death or something.
To be fair, I'd have probably killed it.
Guard, grab, multi-block, break, tackle.
Break tackle's
See, it's
useful.
a lot of it's break tackle's gonna be useful with your movement of 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't. I am for 200k. I'd sack it.
Yeah, I think I would too. But it's one of those things. It's like, oh, but I know how long tree men take to skill up.
The thing is, though, the problem is a lot of people get so attached to players, and especially if they've got a bit of fluff or they've done stuff. You know, that's the problem, isn't it? I've had teams before like, oh, I'll keep the guy because he's really, you know, he's either very lucky or he's really bad, but he's funny or whatever. You know, he does some good stuff or he's done well for me. But that tree's got to go. It's just you can't have some movement 1. But I just couldn't have it.
That agility 5 war dance is quite tasty though, as is the AG5 thrower.
Yeah.
And that movement 9 agility 5 catcher.
Yeah, he's got some really nice
Who
pieces.
for some reason does not have leap. Jason, if that's not his next skill, although his next skill's a long way off.
Yeah. I seen Drick. You know, he's got agility 5, leaping, catcher, and it's crazy. He just leaps.
I suppose he's got. I mean, still, he's going to be even dodging through like 1 tackle zone. It's going to be 2+ with a reroll.
Yeah.
So you know.
But this is a nice team.
He can just run past people. He doesn't need to leap. That's he's going to be very hard to stop.
Yeah, 20 wins, 26 draws, 17 losses. So you know, decent enough. Again, the thing with Wood Elves is if they break, that's the problem, isn't it? 3.
But yes, this team has potential, and I think, you know, sometimes like Tomidius did this in one of the early seasons of the Premier League.
Yeah.
Like he took a Dark Elf team, I think it was, or one of the Elf teams in a league full of Bash teams and just ran rings around people.
Yeah.
You've got to be really good to pull it off, but especially when you've got 4 AG5 players, you can score at will. There's not much people can do about it, really.
Yeah, and this is what I was saying to one of the guys on Facebook who I think was a bit upset that I said, you know, because I did the Okudus Division 4. It was all basically brand new teams, and I said, look, I'm going to go with the Wood Elves, who typical have lost. But the rest of them were really slow teams, and I said, look, you know, Wood Elves should be able to run rings around these teams. Because, you know, they're so fast, and, you know, with a competent coach, they should be able to do that. And they were like, oh, no, it's not easy as that, you know, but, you know, well, I mean, you know, I've seen some like,
Jesus.
I mean, like Chelsea Zola, Drick, I've seen them play extremely. You know, this team's scary, and again, he's got so much potential. I mean, he's got a pass block guy with agility.
Although he needs to sack that catcher as well.
Which one?
He's got 190k in the bank. He's got a strength 1 catcher.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Why have you not sacked him, Jason? Why?
Yeah, he's got to go as well. Yeah, I mean that's really the only negative to this team is he's got players in there what should be sacked, especially has strength 1 guy. He's just the worst.
Especially 0 SPP strength 1 guy.
Yeah.
If he was level 3 or 4 and he had some really good skills or something, maybe. But no, level 1, goodbye.
Yeah.
Any stat decrease is just gone.
Yeah, I like this team. I like this team a lot. It's just attrition, isn't it? How they'll last with the attrition. Like I say, I'll see what the other teams is before I make my decision. But it's a nice team.
That's a very good, you know, with a couple of minor
tweaks.
I think that's a very good. And then we've got Justin Easby, Stunty's high-end matey. See, he's missing 200 odd TV as well. So this is actually almost a 1600 team, but I think this team's just been promoted, I would say.
Yeah.
And
they look a bit battered.
Justin's a good coach.
But the good thing is he will get if you just looking at the way the page is organised, tells me that he's had a catcher die recently. Yeah.
You know, there's no other reason for there to be that gap there above the injured catcher.
No.
Apart from the fact that someone's been killed and probably the one, you know. How many? Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's only got 10 players on his roster, even with the injury. So I can only imagine he just hasn't spent his 100k yet, because I'd be buying a player at this point.
Yeah, 17 wins, 6 draws, and 19 losses. So this team has played 42 games. That's a lot of games. I didn't expect to see that.
Yeah. Especially with a TV of 1380, he's had some serious deaths.
Yeah, I mean, even number 3, what I like a lot. I mean, bloody hell, Amos, is that 6?
He's got strength 4 and blodge.
Yeah, that'll keep him alive. But if he just gets taken down, it's a matter of time, I think. But
yeah, I think that player is not long for this world. But
yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking. I mean, ironically, I'm just doing like videos of all the races and the star players, which star players are good and all that sort of stuff. And High Elves was one of those I was like, I wasn't too keen on. I mean, you could get. I mean, using for inducements, you could get Moranion as an inducement would be quite good, and obviously you could get a Wizard. That might help him, but I think the two teams we've seen, and rightly so, because of the massive TV difference, should eat this team for breakfast. And I'll tell you something, if that catches on the floor, that strength 4 piece, and it doesn't break, then stamping on it will probably, be next on the menu sort of thing. There's not much there really. I mean, he's only got 2 team rerolls. Yes, he has a leader reroll as well. I've spotted that. I just
see. I think that's a good use of TV. By the way, Justin, if you're listening, I like that. I like that a lot, because I advised everyone to do that in their blooming World Cup qualifier teams, and lots of people didn't listen to me.
Yeah. It's a way to save a bit of TV, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
well, that's it. Well, especially if you give it to a thrower. Where it's not a double, but
even still,
it saves you, 670 grand on a lot of teams.
I mean, the thing is, these sort of teams, if you play that often, and he's probably lost them, but this team relies on good catchers and good throwers, and he's got a basically a brand new thrower. So I fear the worst for him. I really do. I mean, I've only seen 2 teams so far apart from this one, but I really do fear the worst for him in this. He's done really well.
He's going to have to be very, very good. He's going to have to be very good.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the guy can play. Obviously.
Justin, if you're out there, good luck.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sad to say, I think you're going to need it.
Gotta love the underdog. Absolutely. But
right, who we got next?
Oh, it's
Honey Badger. See,
Honey Badger.
I know this GT, but I can't remember the name of the coach. I apologise. Yeah.
So, another one who's gone guard on his Saurus. What's good, because especially when you look at the bash in the Premier League, the Premiership, that'll help him. He's now going for stand firm. He hasn't got much break tackle, but again, it's so slow to build the Saurus. So and then you're always wanting skills. Strength 5 Saurus.
It's very, very hard.
Needs block badly. Then again, you might go break tackle. Movement.
Yeah, no, I'd still go block.
Skink, but again, armor 6. I mean, already I'm starting to realise that there's a lot of bashing going on, a lot of wear and tear in these teams, especially higher up you go.
We think this is another team. This team's a fairly new team comparatively. It's only played 35 games.
Yeah.
Only.
It's not bad. 16 wins, 10 draws, 9 losses. That's not a bad record.
Yeah.
So I like how he started off with his Saurus. I mean, the problem I with the Saurus is there's so many bloody skills they need. So he's gone block, guard, fantastic. Oh, but where's your break tackle? 1 piece of break tackle. Where's your mighty blow? And this is why with Saurus to make me they are a struggle. But if you can persevere with them, and like I say, I think the really good in private leagues when you can keep going and going and going. But then the problem is when you get to this sort of TV value and you run into like claw and all that, you're in trouble. That's why I like he's got.
Which I think we're going to see in the next team.
Next team pretty tasty, is it? But yeah, I mean, there's not really much we can say much about this one.
It's a very good team,
he's got a swanky stadium as well.
Personally,
I like
what's he got?
Level 3 stadium.
He's not built. He's not bought an enhancement. Interesting. He's gone to level 3, but not bought the enhancement.
Yeah, I mean, Chelsea's all the same. Just that previous one, the catcher is nice. Probably needs leap or sidestep next. He was saying about the other catcher.
Yes.
You know.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, this team. I mean, obviously this has got a winning record, so obviously that's always a plus.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean,
I wouldn't like facing this team.
In this division.
Not with any team I can think of.
But you know, when we said about the humans, we said, "Oh God, they haven't got guard." You know, they're going to struggle against this team. This team has got guard.
Oh Lord, yes.
So
they're not going to get many 2-dice blocks on this team, are they?
No. So that's going to be a major problem, and obviously they're going to have to position quite well for the humans.
Although
they would
they
obviously
do have a fair bit of tackle to kill skinks with.
Yeah, but again, it depends how well it protects his skinks. And if these Sauruses are bulldozing the way up front, then there shouldn't be much left. But then you could say, well, you know what? There's not much Mighty Blow on this team, where the humans, they have got Mighty Blow. So it's interesting to try and, sort of go there. But this team might struggle against Wood Elves. Obviously, that's kryptonite.
Not enough tackle to deal with that Wood Elf
team
that we were just looking at.
I mean, he's going to have to make sure his guard's in the right place. If the guard's in the right place, that'll help. But yeah, that's a good team. Right, you say this next team, Care Bear Loving.
Chaos.
Good old Genghis
Care Bear Loving.
Let's have a look at this team then. So 2030.
Oh no, he's only got 4 players with claw. I'm disappointed, Genghis, wherever you are.
2030. That looks extremely high TV for what he's got. So
he's got 5 coaching assistants. What?
Oh yeah.
Why? Why have you got 5 coaching assistants?
He obviously wants the reroll. Give me that reroll. It's mine.
Just a little hint. The assistant coach.
Why has he only got one cheerleader?
Reroll, one kickoff event. So you're paying 40k.
Yeah.
For potentially a reroll once every probably.
Yeah.
I reckon about 12 kickoffs or something.
You might as well go and buy an extra reroll if you definitely want it.
Yeah, I don't consider that to be good value, but the rest of the team is very good. I love the tentacled Mino's really nice.
Yeah, that's
the strength 4 armor 9. See, I probably would have got movement there, but
I do like his Mino. It's a very nice Mino. Swaggle, like I say, armor 9 for strength 4. Yeah, it's situational.
Got a couple of claw blooming. Oh, his blooming jump up Chaos Warrior that he was building got minus strength. That's unlucky.
Oh yeah, it is. But again, you see.
I imagine that happened after he took jump up.
Oh man.
As well, which would have been frustrating.
But again, I mean, maybe I'm
guessing there. But...
I'm maybe just ruthless, but that warrior to me would be gone now.
Strength 3 warrior.
I'm paying for.
As I said, maybe he just hasn't had the money to replace him yet.
That's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, that's a very good point. But I mean, it's a nice piece as well. Oh god, that's gutting for it. Really is.
That's really unfortunate.
But like I say, it looks a nice team. I just think.
Think about this team playing that Lizardman team.
Or
that Wood Elf team.
I would say if I'm the Wood Elves, I won't be scared of this team at all.
No,
the only thing
not at all.
He's got
no tackle, none.
Yeah, the only thing I'd be worried about is the tentacles on the Mino, but you should be with your speed.
Yeah.
You should be able to run around.
If you put a Blodge sidestepper next to him, he's only going to knock him down. Not very often. Yeah. I can't remember the odds off the top of my head, but it's not going to be very often, and you can just lead him around by the nose.
Yeah. I just think, I mean, I've had a few Chaos teams before, and I know Chaos TV is always high, but this just seems a bit higher than I would like. But obviously, when you got 50 TV in.
Well, he's got he's got a blooming Chaos Warrior that's rolled 3 doubles.
Yeah.
He's got
add up, don't they?
Well, actually, you look at it. You look at his the guy double 2 stat ups. Doubles on the Mino.
Yeah, I think, like I said, the Lizards. That's
it's just. But then I think against that human team, this guy's going to do really well. It's a rock paper. You're kind of getting into rock paper scissors territory now, really.
Yeah, aren't we? Yeah, but I don't know. It's the claw.
That's what I love about these kind of leagues.
Yeah, it's. But that's when your coaching sort of prowess comes in, doesn't it? It's like you can't always have it the way you want it. You're going to be having bad matchups, and usually, the coaches what handle the bad matchups are the ones who usually get promoted or win trophies and stuff like that, and that's just the way it is. It's a bit like poker when you get a bad hand. you can't rely on a good hand all the time. You've got to try and win with bad hands as well.
Exactly.
And like I said, again, I don't really know Genghis, so I apologise. I'm just not impressed with this team, if I'm being brutally honest. Apart from the mana, I love the mana. I love the mana.
I would describe it as good, but not great.
Yeah.
It needs a bit of tackle, definitely, and that -1 strength. Yeah, that must have been heartbreaking.
Yeah.
After
I mean,
rolling,
like I said,
blodge and then claw and then jump up one after the other.
Yeah, because if that's got strength 4, then I mean, it sounds stupid, but if that was strength 4, I'd be like, yeah, the team's looking a bit more solid because obviously you've got a really good enforcer.
But even then, even at strength 3, that's like if he's standing next to your Mino, that's still a great piece. He's going to be getting 2 dice claw mighty blow blocks on anyone, and he can jump up and do it.
I mean, like I said, movement I'd be a bit armor, agility, but strength no. That's out the 4 stats. That's the one I would have to upsettingly get rid of. And like you said, the good thing is the overload gives you some goodies, and you can bring in other players. So maybe he didn't have the cash. I don't know, but it's a shame. It's a crying shame for him. His ball handler's nice. I like that guy. Sure hands, blodge.
Yep.
Big hand, 2 extra arms. Needs 2 heads.
Extra arm.
I think that's what he should be looking at, but it's a long way away. That's a good piece. He's got a kick piece there
almost
as well.
100 SPP.
So I mean, there's some nice pieces
I'm a great
there.
fan of the kick piece, Genghis. If you're listening, great fan of the kick piece.
There's some good pieces there. I just don't like the TV value. I really don't. That's the thing. What's putting me off this team and the lack of tackle and guard. And I see that as a mistake in a lot of team builds, is that they just don't have much guard. But again, I suppose with chaos there come with no skills, so you're always wanting an extra skill, aren't you? And that's the problem. But yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see. That's one of those things I'll definitely be looking at to see how well he does. And no matter look, now I've said I probably don't fancy them. They'll win the league, so hey, that's what usually happens.
Ooh, Pantsless Gnome with Undead.
Pantless Gnome. Ooh, bright yellow. Bloody hell, I need my sunglasses.
Another fantastic gamer tag.
Yeah, they are good, aren't they?
He's missing a 200k player as well. So this is an almost 2,000 rated team when he's at full strength.
Oh, strength 6 mummy.
Strength 6 mummy and a strength 4 white and a strength 4 zombie, just
Lovely.
for good measure.
With these hands too.
With these hands.
Fantastic.
Well, apparently the replacement was better than the original, I'm guessing.
Oh, Conrad the Angry, I like that. Yeah, it's an interesting team. He's obviously got the beef there, the strength 6 to strength 5 there, and they both got guard as well, so that's good. It's a shame the Overlord White's got one game.
He's got a good front line.
But he'll add even more beef and destruction and frenzy, so he only misses 1 game.
Frenzy, ooh.
Yeah, it's a bit of... I can see... I think that would have made more sense if he got strength then give him frenzy, but that's a nice piece. Shame about his goal.
I think the frenzy though, like I love having one frenzy player on pretty much any team.
Yeah.
Because it just forces your opponent to think so much differently, or lose players if they're not paying attention.
Yeah.
The amount of times I've had an elf frenzy someone off the pitch, and someone's just been like, "What the fuck? You have an elf with frenzy?" Because they just don't even think to look.
Obviously, with it being strength 4 as well, that really helps.
Yeah.
Makes him even a lot more
That's a nice optional extra for sure. And he's only 2 points away from his next skill. Oh, that'll be an interesting one. I'd love to know I think this is Sean. I'd love to know what you're going to give him, Sean.
Yeah.
That'll be an interesting call. What would you give him, Bernie? What would you give him next? I'd probably give him, on a normal, I would give him, oh, gee. What would I give him? Probably strip ball. And on a double, I'd give him jump up, I reckon.
We're on about Conrad the Angry here, aren't we? Number 4.
Yeah, the one that's 2 SPP away from leveling up.
God, that's a tricky one. Oh, do you know what? Piling on wouldn't be a bad call. I
like it.
Especially with what's in this thingy, pesky war dancers. If I get the power on them, I want to break arm. If I don't get them the first time, I'll get them the second time. And I've noticed, especially doing when we case dwarfs at the moment and announce a lot of games, is especially these Mighty Blow Claw. I know these guys get claw, but Mighty Blow Claw and stuff like that. A lot of the times, it's usually the piling on what does the damage, and that's why a lot of people say it's OP because if you don't get him the first time, more likely you'll get a reaction.
That's why they nerfed it in the new tabletop version, didn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. But obviously, it's not nerfed in the game. So I personally would have, I would definitely go with piling on. It's a bit of grunt, bit of nastiness. And if you've got piling on white going about causing carnage, that'll take pressure off your two mummies and your other white, and more importantly your ghouls, because he will attract a lot of attention. Plus, he's got regen and he's good. That's what I would take. On a double, I would probably take jump up and then go piling on the skill after.
Yeah.
If I got a double, I think I'd definitely do that. But if I don't roll a double, if I roll a normal, that is piling on every day of the week. For me personally, so there you go. But there you go. He's got the Astrogranite surface as well. Interesting. 10 wins, 2 draws, 9 losses. So it's like almost just a bit better than 50-50.
Still, this is a fairly new team, so he must have come up a division the last couple of seasons.
I like the potential.
He's been doing well with them.
I like the potential. I think number 13, number 14, whoever levels were fair should get dirty player. Get a dirty player in there. I think this team just needs a bit of grunt, bit of nastiness, because that's what these sort of teams need for when they take on the bigger teams.
Yeah.
And then the teams what break. I mean, you don't get many shots on war dance and stuff like that. So if it fails a leap, get your dirty player in there, stamp all over it. Or if you get a hit on, make sure you get him, because like I say, his frenzy.
At the bone.
Yeah. He's got a strength for frenzy piece. Gets 2 shots at it. Conrad the Angry, if he's got piling on, get him down. If he doesn't injure him the first time, or he gets a stun, pile on. Things like that. His best players, that top 4 have to be the most nastiest motherfuckers in the team, and they've got to scare and dominate the opposition. And if he can get that 4 done, and that's the way he's going, and I like the top 4, then he should do really well. And you never know, it wouldn't surprise me. Although he's not played as many games, he could be a live shot for getting promoted, I think. So, I like that one. I like that team a lot, to be fair.
Very well done.
Another
Who
undead
we got
team.
next?
Another undead.
Another undead?
It was a bit worse.
This one not quite as well developed.
No, obviously
looks
10 TV. Trexel
looks like he's just had to restart a couple of ghouls, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Trexel.
Well, both his mummies have block.
Yeah.
It's got the makings of a very good team.
Yeah. That is huge.
I think it needs one.
Huge.
Yeah.
He's got tackle. I like the way he's built this team. I like the ghoul
I think he's done good things with it. I just think he's going to need another 200 or 300 TV to be competitive. Although some of the undead star players are pretty good. Mm-hmm. You've got Cheney, you've got Sekhet or Sekhmet or whatever his name is. If you're getting 500 TV, you can spend it on a couple of really nice players with undead.
Yeah, and he's a good coach. Trexel, but I can't pronounce it. But
Antonio.
I don't think he likes me very much, because every time he runs, one of the seasons in the Sea Lad, I think he was Norse, so he kept running into my kill team, and I'd trim up like 400 TV off him every time we played him, and then he'd get it back, and then he'd end up matching me again, and I'd do it again to him. So I don't think I'm in his good books, but I do know he's a good coach, and I like the way he's built his team, and he's gone tackle. He knows that there's a lot of fast teams out there, and he's obviously got his mummies with block, what's brilliant, so that's great. It's just maybe a season too soon, maybe, but I think the case to me is like trying to keep the key elements safe, and then trying to get some level ups,
trying to keep them alive long enough to develop the team.
And then
stop signing me out, you stupid thing.
And then maybe try and get something with the Overlord, some more beef. But it's not as impressive as the other team yet, but it's certainly got potential to be just as good. Agility 4 white's not bad either. You'd have liked on your goal, but hey, it is what it is. But yeah, I think it's a good team. He hasn't got a stadium enhancement yet. Look at that, 12 wins, no draws.
He's got a very good record. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly he knows what he's doing, but I don't know. He could prove me wrong. He could be the dark horse of the season.
Yeah, is he a good coach?
He's
one of the very few.
I just think he's a bit too far down.
He's one of the very few people in the Fabbl. I played a lot. I played this guy tons. We've crashed various seasons against each other. And he's a good coach. And I think he could surprise a few. I just think, like you said, maybe just a tad too soon for that team.
I think maybe. I think he'll stay in this league.
Oh yeah, I do.
I think he'll be he'll be towards the top end of it because he is. Yeah. Because he, but I think he's a season away from getting promoted at least.
It wouldn't surprise me if he got promoted, but at the same time, it wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't, sort of thing. But there you go. Now then, Hero Jones, number 9, another guy I know. I like it when I know the coaches. The Humi Hunters. It's Jeff Norman, isn't it? If I remember correctly.
The Humi Hunters.
Yeah.
And Jeff loves his orcs.
I know how he builds
all the grunt in those top 4 players. All of it.
Always builds the same way. All come with Mighty Blow first. Tackle. He likes his killer. Jump up and piling on. The problem, and I hate saying this because obviously he plays orcs all the time. People who don't know, I've won many things with orcs. They're my most successful team. And I'll tell you one thing, it's good having the Mighty Blow and it's good having the tackle. I'm not going to say that's wrong, but orcs rely on guard. That's the bottom line. They have to have guard. You have to have guard spam. I would have mixed it up.
People
say, mix it up and all that. I get that, but in the long run, guard wins trophies for orcs. It's as simple as that. They do, because when they've all got guarded up, they don't even actually need removals. Because if you think of it, almost everybody on the team can get guard. Now, I will run a full team of guard. No problem with orc, because then it's like I do, and that's what I'm doing on.
You just can't play dwarves, Bernie.
No, because I want the strength 4 and I want the strength 5 troll. And then when my players have got guard, then I'll have my killers, my blitzers, and then if I've got some stats like an agility or something, then they become more dangerous. But then the stand firm comes in, guard, block, stand firm, black orcs. Nice to meet you. Try and move them. Troll, stand firm. The
immovable object.
But that's just the way I would personally do them. But as we all know, Black Orcs take a very long time to level up.
Like the Sauruses, like we were talking about before.
His 4 blitzers are beautiful.
Losing them hurts.
I'm not disagreeing. Again, I would love to have 4 blitzers like that. But
this is a team that's only played 2 seasons. Let's not forget. So he's got promoted both seasons. Yeah. But again,
look at undefeated. Undefeated. Up saying, Bernie, what you want about 10 wins, 4 draws, no losses, no problem. But obviously, the higher up you go, you're going into more developed teams, and that Saurus team is going to be bossing this about.
It's going to be hard for this team.
And orcs should never be bossed about. That's just my own orkiness.
Well, Greens
500,
600 TV to a Lizardman team. There's not many teams that aren't going to get bossed about at that level.
Yeah, but we're orcs. Orcs should never be bossed about. Never. But no, what I'm saying is...
We is the orcs. Orcs is the best. Is that the philosophy?
Basically, basically, yeah. Orcs never lose. We either win or we run away to live another day and we'll fight again. So we never lose. But, like I said, I like his blitzers. I really do. And I know he's had success in the Champions Ladder as well, and he's had success here as well. And like I said, if he had another 400 TV of skills and you get all the guard in there as well, then obviously I'd expect him to be bashing.
Yeah. But you look at what he's doing with his Black Orcs though. Like his Black Orcs will be block guard. Yeah. I guarantee it. First 2 skills.
Well, they should be.
Because I know, like I've seen Jeff's CCL teams before. Yeah. I know how he does this. The blitzers go block mighty blow, and then they go jump up piling on doubles, or they go tackle, on singles, and the Black Orcs always go block guard. Yeah. And that gives him exactly what you're talking about, that strong core that he can take on that Lizardman team with.
Yeah,
so it's coming. He's just a few advancements away for his Black Orcs.
Yeah, the way I've done my Orcs is I've got one guy with Mighty Blow and ironically got Jump Up. So usually I give all my 4 blitzers guard first. Because obviously I rolled a double, I got Jump Up, so I decided, right, that's my one killer, because he's going to be my blitzer. And the other 3 blitzers have got guard. And then one thing what's going to probably upset a lot of people is my Black Orcs get guard before block. Because...
Yep, that'll upset me.
Yeah,
That
because
that will definitely I would definitely disagree with that.
I've
But
I've I've
I know some
I've
people do it.
yeah,
But
I've seen it both
yeah,
ways, and I can honestly say Guard first is so much better because again, with orcs, it's a case of dominating that middle. And like I said, I've been taking on teams on the PS4 where I've got like 4 or 5 guard pieces, and my Black Orcs have just stood there, just going, "Well, move me, just move me. You can't, can you? Because you know." And what I do as well is, and you probably this will upset you as well. My throwers first skill is leader. So I automatically have
no,
four.
no, I
I have
like
four
that.
rerolls. So I've got
Well,
the
see,
extra
Jeff's got
rerolls.
4 rerolls on this
Yeah,
team as well.
yeah. He likes his
And like
rerolls.
I'd much prefer to have leader than have the fourth reroll
Yeah,
personally.
yeah.
It's a
And
lot
then
less TV bloat,
and
especially
that
if you take it on your thrower. It's only 20.
and the extra rerolls is there for my Black Orcs who haven't got blocks. So yes, occasionally it will blow up in the face, and sometimes red
See,
dot
I go the
blocks
other. I'll go the
will.
other way. I'll start with 2, maybe 3 rerolls when I will go block first. But either way works.
Yeah,
Like I said.
I go.
But I disagree with you on that one. But
Yeah. Well,
I'm not a massive orc player
we
myself.
would
Although
we
I'm bringing orcs up through the Premier League. But
we would it would be a boring game if we all agreed on the same thing. If we all did the same
exactly.
thing. Um,
There is
uh,
no magical bullet. Otherwise,
there
we'd all
isn't.
do it the same way, and we'd all play Space Marines.
Yeah, you'll play the way you think will work. And like I said, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But I like this team, and I expect Hero Jones to be there or thereabouts again. It's going to be tough, but Orcs do have Ripper Bolgrot, who's 270 TV, isn't he? So he would add an immense amount of beef in there. And the other thing to mention as well, what we haven't mentioned yet, is he doesn't like trolls, does he? Does Hero Jones? Never seems to have a troll. Where to me, I always have one.
He's
but
not a big
I
fan
always,
of the troll.
No, and I aren't either.
And he's got enough money,
I
so it's
swear at
definitely a
them.
conscious decision.
I swear at them repeatedly, and they do cause me so much distress. But I just cannot resist the strength 5, and they're very cheap as well for a big guy.
And just for me, it's just the ability to one turn as well by taking a goblin.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen very often, but the fact that your opponent has to defend against it.
Yeah.
And they don't even know if you're going to put. So if they go to defend against it, then you just don't put the goblin on the pitch.
Yeah.
And if they don't defend against it, then you score a one turner on them and laugh.
Yeah.
Well, providing you get a couple of 4+.
See, it's funny because I take a troll, but I very rarely take the goblin because when
I think if you're going to take one,
a lot
you've got
of
to take
people
the other.
say that, but I'm at the point that it very rarely happens. So I suppose it's a confidence thing in like I'm like, right, I'm going to build you guys to dominate, and I expect you to dominate. Yeah. If you don't dominate, that means we're getting our asses kicked big time, and the goblin's probably not going to save us, and he's probably going to die horrible death anyway.
Then you probably paint them red and hope that'll allow them to move 6 squares a turn.
Well, funny enough, my team is in red. Go faster red, so.
Of course,
don't think it does much.
You're an orc.
No, absolutely, and it's anything we can.
Psychologically, it improves your go for it rolls.
Absolutely, the GFR rolls never fail them with go faster red. So there we go. So that is all the teams. And I must admit, I enjoyed Bloodweiser Division 1. I think this has been a really good division. There's a lot of exciting teams in there. But
Some
now,
very strong teams floating around.
But now the tough bit. We have to pick a winner and a second place, and the team what's going to finish bottom.
Ooh.
And I'll leave it to you first, Gary.
I know the 2 teams I'm leaning towards. I just don't know which order I'm going to put them in. The team that's going to come last, I think I'm going to start with. And I'm sorry, Justin, but I think that's going to be your High Elf team.
Yeah.
I just think the TV gap for you is just going to be too much.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with your skill, but against the worst team in the league, you're giving up almost 150k.
Yeah.
You're giving Antonio a free. Antonio's giving you a wizard.
Yeah.
That's just, I don't think you can sustain that, especially not with a low armor team. In terms of winning, I'm tossing up between Jason's Wood Elves and sorry, I'm just waiting for my screen to reload because it's kicked me out again.
Yes. Yeah.
Jason's Wood Elves and Honey Badger's Lizardmen. I think they're probably the 2 top teams that I would hate to play the most in this division. Yeah. I think Genghis doesn't have enough tackle to bother any team with a decent amount of dodge. So I think he's probably going to get beaten by both the elf teams and the lizard men, because he just won't be able to knock the skinks down or the catchers. But yeah, I think that's probably I'm probably going to go for Jason with the Wood Elves to come first and the Lizard Men to come second. But it's really tight for me between those two teams.
Yeah.
I just think that Jace has definitely got the most scoring potential, and the Lizard Men have got good scoring potential and a brutal front line.
Yeah, I mean the Lizards have got a definite brutal front line, and that'll give it good stead. I sort of one thing I didn't mention when we did have a look at his team, or I don't think you mentioned it, was he got doubles, and it gives his skinks wrestle and strip ball. What is an amazing piece of skillage, because obviously even though it's a red
amazing work.
I
will be stealing that idea.
Yeah, it's something I've used before, but I just don't usually roll a lot of doubles. So I like that.
He's got doubles on half his skinks, on 5 of his 6 skinks or something. 4 of the 6 skinks, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I think the high elves will finish bottom. I think not because, obviously, like I said, not because of the coach, because he's obviously done very well.
Yeah.
But the team's battered, absolutely battered. Their best player is a dead he's a dead elf walking. But I'm really struggling, to pick 2 to go up, because I've got about 5 different options.
Yeah. You're tossing up between great coaches, and teams that look really good on paper at the moment, aren't you?
That's my problem. I know what I get from Hero Jones. I definitely know what I get, and I know he plays his orcs, and they're good, and he'll get some TV. Oh, I just like Hero Jones. And then he's awkward for me, and this is it. And my apologies to the other coach, because I don't know you, so it's like I'm thinking, Hero Jones, I know what I'm going to get as a coach from him. Where Sneaky Bacon and Laser Smooth, I've never seen them play. They may be better coaches or not, I have no idea. And then I'm thinking, what sort
of... They're both pretty damn good.
Yeah, and then what sort of inducements is Hero Jones going to take?
Jason's almost as good as me, and I hope he's listening to hear me say that.
Well, they can go onto my YouTube channel. They'll all be on there. So, man.
Me and Jace are quite good friends, so that's just me winding him up.
Oh, right, okay. I just don't know. Right, okay. The team.
Go on then. You've got to make a prediction.
Yeah.
Who's going to win? Who's going to win it all?
The Orcs. Sorry, I'm going to go with Hero Jones.
Okay.
Even though I've said he's got no guard, I just know him. I know how he plays. He's going to get inducements. And, oh, God, I've got to go with Grave Mistake, the Undead team. It's between them two. I better go the wrong way around. I really want to say Trexel, because I know, again, my sea ladder experience is coming in here, but I do like Grave Mistake.
No.
Get piling on that Mighty Blow tackle piece, and you will not regret it.
Till he gets jumped by 6 goblins and killed.
Well, if it does, he's got regen. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I just like. Oh man, it's. Oh.
Yeah.
Right. No, I'm going to change my mind. Grave Mistakes go first. Hero Jones goes second. I'm changing it. I've just been given a big wad of cash by Hero Jones, not Kersim. So yeah, I'll go the Undead, and then I'll go Hero Jones. Yeah, I'm more happy with that. I think this the lack of guards a worry for me on the Orcs. I've got no worries about his coaching ability and the inducements he'll get. But yeah, I'm gonna go with that team, and I think Trexel Bay probably in a season or two you'll be seeing him.
Yep. Season too early, I agree.
Knocking on the Premier League for sure.
See, that's the problem sometimes, because if you go up a division, you can act it's almost like when teams go up and down in the actual Premier League. Sometimes a team will bounce and actually come back to the division they've left a lot worse than when they left it.
Sometimes it's like you don't. I mean, I would be quite happy to have kept in Division 4 with my Necro. I mean, that's the problem. It's alright.
Yeah, your Necro didn't do terribly well though.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm talking in terms of injuries, not in terms of results. You went undefeated, but
yeah. My team's battered, but your
team got battered exactly.
But what I'm saying is, it's like if Trexelbait team was just simmering in Division 2 for another season or two, then he would be in immense and much more healthy position. You could say that about Hero Jones's team as well, another season or two. But of course, obviously, because they've done so well and gone right up to the, right up there.
It is always a bad idea to bet against Jeff.
Yeah.
When it comes to Blood Bowl, but
yeah,
when it comes to any kind of tabletop miniatures game, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if you've seen him playing at Adepticon, but he's damn good at Sigma as well.
Yeah, I've got a feeling this is going to be a really tight division.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think nothing's going to run away with it. I think there's going to be a lot of carnage, a lot of death, a lot of splattered tears and everything. It's going to be fantastic. This is a division I think
this is another league that could very easily come down to who plays who in what order.
Yeah, and it could also come down to
if you're playing the Wood Elf team and you get the tackle team first,
yeah,
then or versus last, it could make a massive difference to your season.
Yeah, I mean we've got the Orcs versus Trexelbait, so the two Sea Ladder coaches I know of, but they go against.
Oh yeah, we can see the schedule, can't we? I forgot about that.
Grave Mistake against the Fictionists. I expect them to give the Fictionists a beating. Care Bear Loving against Manchester United. So Genghis, who we said doesn't really have any claw, well, I thought enough tackle is going against the Wood Elves, so the Wood Elves have got a great start there. And then Cunning Stunt is
winning that one.
Up against, so the Lizards against the High Elves, that'll be an interesting one as well. The problem is though, sometimes it's like, oh well, Manchester United, you think, oh yeah, it's a great start, but if they lost that game with tougher games, with worse matchups to come, then the pressure's on. So you've got to deliver.
Genghis just starts rolling powers all over the place.
Yeah, and that's the thing with Wood Elves.
I mean, this is exactly. I was just going to say exactly that, man. They're only ever one game away from being destroyed.
Yeah.
Why I can't make Wood Elves work, man? Because every 5 or 6 games, my team will just lose 3 or 4 players. And you're like,
yeah.
We'll start again.
It is, but there you go. That's our thing on that one. I'm going to be doing Bloodweiser Division 3 next. I need a break though. I need to go and have a drink or anything.
Yes.
Are you okay for that one as well, Gary?
Absolutely.
That's your league,
isn't it? That.
Yeah. Okay,
that's my league.
Good. So that even better, because you've already played a game, so we'll be able to talk to you about your game as well. So if you give us about five, it says 1-1 on here.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I
there
did.
You go. God dear me.
Yeah.
I'll keep you up to date. Don't you worry. Give us about 5-10 minutes.
One of us is paying attention.
The thing is, when you play somebody Pro League like you do, you know if you're coming and going, do you? That's the problem. It's hard for me to play one league.
Sometimes.
So if you give us about 5-10 minutes, guys, we'll be back and we'll have a look at Bloodweiser Division 3. So see you soon. Bye bye for now.